I go to uni to become a nurse. I actually want to make a difference in people's lives. Clipping isn't going to do that.
Okay, well you actually don't get the chance to be a nurse because the odds are you don't even get the job. There was less than 30,000 jobs that were given to over 1.1 million university graduates.
Do you think that the average person could do what you did in that month?
The biggest fucking idiot you know can do it. For $1,000 on the fact that everyone has over 5 hours of screen time on a social media app.
But you're not going to be making that much money in 1 hour.
In 1 hour you can post 100 clips, that's a fact.
Are you proud of using other people's work to make money for yourself?
I think you're selling a bit of a false dream.
In a world where we can all consume, we can all also create.
Everyone here goes home. Post 100 videos for the next 90 days.
If you post 100 videos a day and don't make 3 grand in a month, well, I'll give you 3 grand myself. My name is Musa. I'm a TikTok clipper that has a software company that makes around $7 million a year. I've generated billions of views for all of my clients and I have my own personal brand that has over 1 million followers. And I pretty much made all of my money from clipping.
Making money online for the average person is extremely realistic.
Hi, my name's Amara and I'm a boots worker. And I don't think that is realistic for the average person.
How so?
Because you're forgetting the fact that actual people have commitments. There's parents, they have kids. People don't have time to be posting 100 videos a day. And there's no actual guarantee that they're going to make money.
Would you say you're one of those people that doesn't have enough time?
100%.
Can you show me your screen time?
My screen time's turned off.
Oh, it's turned off?
Yeah.
Oh, how convenient. Yeah, well, okay, I can say this to everyone here. If anyone has a screen time of less than 2 hours on Instagram, TikTok, or Snapchat, I'll give you $1,000, whoever it is. Anyone? Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, but everyone here is young, relatively young, because people with kids, people with commitments aren't actually going to be here today, are they?
Yeah, well, I can guarantee your mum spends the same amount of time on WhatsApp.
I can guarantee you she doesn't.
On WhatsApp?
I can guarantee you she doesn't.
You're telling me your mum doesn't have 2 hours of screen time? Your mum?
My mum is a single mum of 6
right,
kids.
yeah.
So she actually doesn't spend much time on her phone at all.
The good thing about stuff like AI, right, is that it allows you to literally skip the time-consuming part. So where it would take 100 hours to make 100 clips, it will now
But you're
literally
forgetting that people actually have to take the time out to find these videos, to clip the videos, to post them. There's no guarantee you're actually making money.
Well, you can do that
to an
on the
actual
side.
job, like I go to my job, I work at Boots, I have a set time. I'm going to go in at this time, I'm going to make my money. There's no set payday with clipping. You don't know if you're going to get paid.
It comes with the, well, I mean, you do. Because
But you don't.
if you go with enough volume, you do.
But you don't know how much you're going to get paid. You can't guarantee, yes, I'm going to be paid this much on this day.
If you post 100 videos a day and they all flop and you get 1,000
who has time
views.
to post 100 videos a day?
Everyone.
Not everyone.
We all have time to scroll.
Not everyone.
You're telling me no one on earth.
No, I'm saying not everyone.
Okay, so you're telling me the average person. Okay.
No.
So you're telling me the average person doesn't have an 1 hour free per day.
1 hour maybe, but you're not going to be making that much money in 1 hour.
Okay, but you can.
But you can't.
You can because it compounds. So in 1 hour you can post 100 clips, that's a fact.
1 hour, you have to actually take out the time to find these 100 clips.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't, because AI does it. That's exactly what happens. So you just take a YouTube video, anyone on the homepage, which takes less than a minute to find.
And you're also taking videos from other people making videos. So if these people didn't make these videos, where's the money coming from?
Okay, but you're telling me videos aren't going to come out. That's the problem you're concerned with here.
No, I'm saying the average
you're
person,
more likely.
the average person doesn't have the time.
You're more likely to lose your job to AI than you are for YouTubers to stop posting content.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
But not every job is going to be lost to AI, is it?
Okay, your job will.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it is.
How?
Because they already have self-service cash registers. Your job is already 50%
that's not my job.
robots.
But that's not my job.
Okay, what do you do at Boots?
I'm a customer advisor.
Wow. Yeah, I could literally chat to her. There's AI support. There's already AI
And do
chatbot
people
support.
want to speak to AI?
Pardon?
No. Do people want to speak to AI? Is
Well,
that why they
I don't
come
wanna
into
talk
the
to you.
store? Is that why they come into the store? No.
They come into the store.
To speak to real people.
Yeah, but if they come to the store, they don't need your support.
Clearly they do.
Okay,
Otherwise they
when you
wouldn't
go
have
to
a job.
McDonald's, you go and talk to the person at the counter.
I don't go to McDonald's.
Okay, when you go to anywhere, do you choose to order on the tablet or you choose to talk to
I'd
the person
rather
at the
go and
counter?
speak to a real person.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, most people don't do that. In fact,
Yes,
the
they
average
do.
person doesn't do that.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes,
No,
they do.
Nuh-uh.
Where's the proof?
Well, go into any McDonald's, go into any store.
I work.
Anywhere
This
we
is
can
my
order
job.
on a
I'm
tablet.
telling you, people like to speak to people.
So why are businesses implementing AI then?
Because it's cheaper.
If people would rather talk to people.
But they would.
Okay, so why are they implementing AI?
Because it's cheaper.
Look, to summarize, I think that the average person, like you even said, has an hour a day. And in that 1 hour, you can make and post 100 clips. And in fact, it's easier to do that than it is to do your work. And then not only that, you're more likely, if your concern is that YouTubers stop making content, it's more likely that YouTubers will continue making content than it will that your job will continue before it gets replaced by AI.
Okay. Thank you for your conversation.
No problem.
My name is Federico. I work in finance in a 9 to 5. And I think that if you're comparing to the average person, in general, making money online is really hard to do.
I see.
I think the reason for that is because there's so many different ways to do it, and it's very hard to optimize the way that you choose to be able to actually make a consistent income online.
When it comes to my field of clipping, I struggle to see how it would be difficult for the average person to pick up their phone and post a video as opposed to just scrolling, right? The average person scrolls. We all scroll. We can check anyone's screen time here. I could put $1,000 on the fact that everyone has over 5 hours of screen time on a social media app. So instead of scrolling during that time and looking at stuff, you can be posting stuff. And you don't even have to put your face in front of any of it. I don't see how the average person can't do that.
My logic is that the average person would depend on, obviously the money that comes from clipping depends on how many views you generate, of course. It's directly correlated. When it comes to a normal job, an average person deciding between working a normal job and doing clipping, a normal job is confirmed and consistent income. You know exactly how much you're going to make, and you're going to make that exact same amount every time. Although the ceiling is obviously lower for how much money you can make, the baseline for how much money you're making on average is much more consistent. Because how do you confirm that you can post a video and it will always generate a certain amount of views and it will always make you enough money to live off of?
There's a few different ways to approach this. It's actually a pretty good rebuttal. There's two ways. There's skill and there's quantity. You can just post a lot. So for example, if you post 100 videos and all 100 videos flop and get 1,000 views, right? You still get 100,000 views. And 100,000 views can make you $100. And that can, if you do that a day, then you can make $100 a day.
So the combat is by increasing the quantity of the amount of videos that you produce.
Exactly, and you can do that very easily now with AI, the same as you would with anything else. And that's if all of your videos don't perform. The odds are if you upload 100 videos a day, something works, right? Alex Hormozy has this rule called the rule of 100, which is if you do, whatever you do it 100 times for 100 days, and something's gonna work. And I think that applies here as well very clearly. If you just make 100 clips for 100 days and post 100 times, 100 days, even if every video flops, you still make $100 a day. And if it goes well, you make way more than the average person. So assuming everything flops, you still make far more than you would than the average person would anyway.
Okay, and then when we're thinking of let's think of large groups of people. Is it possible for so many people to be able to be doing the same thing? Why isn't everybody doing it?
Yeah, it's a good question. As with all things, there's a minority that will succeed, and that's what happens. And it's because of the lack of action. My software company, in fact, the reason it does so well is because we kind of solved the skill issue. When it comes to AI, like you said, there's a differentiation between the amount of people that can actually make 100 videos in a day and those that can't. And my software company allows people to make as many clips as you want. You can make 10 clips in 2 minutes off a video that's already gone viral. And because of all the AI tech that we built on the back end, it allows people, or essentially what it does is it gets the script from the entire video and picks the best moments specifically. And it's proven because it goes
picks
viral.
the most viral moments.
Exactly. So you can optimize the content selection and optimize how quickly you make the content and post it so the average person can succeed. The company operates on a monthly subscription basis. And the fact that we've been running for 2 years and have been profitable for 2 years and have year-on-year growth, to me suggests the fact that people keep paying.
That's a good response. Thank you.
Any competent person can make more money clipping in a month than a regular job in a year.
Any competent person could potentially, obviously, make more based on what you're saying with how much money can be made by views. But I would say anybody that was starting out, that's not going to be possible, because my understanding of clipping is the amount of views that you need to get would be substantial. If somebody was starting out new, there's no way they're going to be able to do that within a month. You need to have a certain amount of followers in order to get the amount of views or to get into creator programs, etc. So I'd say a competent person could, but in the beginning, I don't think that's possible.
I think maybe a year ago you were right. I don't think this prompt would have stood, to be honest. But I think now, the way everything is now, the escape of the scene, I would say that I actually disagree with the prompt still. I think that an idiot can make more than someone working a regular job with clipping. I think there are platforms like Content Rewards, which is another company I represent, and essentially what they allow is there are no requirements. You don't have to have a certain amount of followers, you don't have to have a certain amount of views, you don't have to have any of these things. You join a campaign, you submit your clips, and if they have views, you get paid. You can have 0 followers, you can have 1 follower.
This is on TikTok. What is the platforms?
You can post on whatever platform. It can be any social media platform. If it has views and it fits the campaign, you can get paid from it. It's that simple. And the payouts can be as little as $10 even. So I don't think that this is a situation that can arise anymore. I feel like right now, even like idiots can do it, never mind competent people. Like I said, there's a reason that all the top brands and all the top creators are posting hundreds of times a day. One of my friends, he actually has a men's healthcare brand, and he posts over 100 TikToks a day. To do that, to make 100 TikToks now with AI, super easy. To submit a clip and get paid, super, super easy. Even as little as $10. You don't even have to go and make loads of money. You can go and make money with no followers and little amount of views. I actually have a question. I was wondering, do you think 1,000 views is a lot?
I mean, if you put 1,000 people in a room watching you, yeah, you'd be like, that's a lot of people. Right. But it's not a lot in terms of the grand scheme of things. In terms of
TikTok and Instagram, if someone put a gun to your head and said, you got to get 1,000 views today, would you be worried?
No.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can get 1,000 views, you can get 1,000 views on 100 videos to take you less than an hour to make.
But that's still not beating somebody's salary within a year.
Yes, it is. It's going to make you $100 a day. $100 a day is $3,000 a month, which is $36,000 a year.
Okay, maybe I'm on a different salary bracket then. But I guess it can beat some salaries.
And that's if you fail. That's if you post every single day for the entire year and every single video does less than half of the average viewed video on TikTok. Less than half. That's like beyond like suffering. Like, we're talking about like extra failing. Like you failed extra. Like you have to put real effort in to do that bad.
Yeah, but I mean like, obviously we've heard things of like the 200 view jail within TikTok and stuff like that, where people aren't hitting 1,000 views. But then also there are people that, like you say, won't be able to do 100 videos a day. It depends what you mean by competent, because yes, you're saying an idiot could post 100 times a day, but you've also already said people aren't able to do it.
People don't do it. I'm saying that's the differentiation between those that do make it and those that don't. It doesn't mean it's hard to do. It doesn't mean it takes mental effort. It just takes like action. And that's the only differentiator.
Fair. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say to that.
Hi. So with this statement, I think it depends on how you define competence, because I agree with everything you're saying. Like for people like us or your target audience, it's easy to post 100 times a day and then get 1,000 views. Like that's not hard for people like us who are familiar with how to use social media and online platforms. But there are older, competent people, you know, who maybe like run businesses who have no idea how to use social media, and they might be competent in different areas of life, but in clipping, they wouldn't know how to do any of it. And like, yeah, you can use AI to clip things. My dad doesn't even know how to download an app to post on social media, like things like that. So I think you have to define competence really narrowly if you're trying to claim that any competent person can make more than the average salary.
I actually don't think I do, because I actually think the biggest retard can make more than the average salary with clipping. And I'm actually glad you brought up older people. My auntie, she's over 50 years old. She has over 1.4 million followers on TikTok.
What's your auntie called?
Her name's Fidantok. She's Australian. She lives in Australia. She's over 50 years old. And not only that, she actually used to run a law firm. And she quit. She was making more money from TikTok. So like this is how these things go, you know. Like you love to bring up like, you know, the older generation are incapable of doing so, but my auntie didn't have a problem doing that. She didn't have a problem getting 1 million followers. She didn't have a problem getting invited to go on the news in Australia. She didn't have a problem getting millions and millions of views every single month. She didn't have any of these issues that you're talking about. I think that it's just a projection of limiting beliefs onto older people. And yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say she's the smartest cookie in the jar either, but she's still able to pull it off. It's like the whole concept is not like make more money, it's don't work. But it doesn't make them incapable of doing so.
People who don't make money from clipping deserve to be brain rotted by short-form content as a result.
Well, the prompt actually was that, you know, the person that doesn't create deserves to be, you know, punished. And I just don't agree with the fact that because I don't do something, or the people around me don't do something, they deserve to be punished by a brain rot or deserve to be punished by something else. For example, just because I don't clip, I don't want to see your content, for example. I'm not saying that's the case, but I just don't agree with that fact.
Right, so if you don't hit gym, you kind of deserve to be fat, innit?
Not really.
Okay, but you do.
No, you don't. Because
don't.
why would you deserve to be fat if let's say you just take care of yourself. For example, I don't go gym that often, but you know, it's not like I eat 24/7 or I go.
Yeah, but like you deserve to like, you obviously what I'm saying is you don't deserve to like reap the benefits of as if you hit the gym if you don't, right? You like kind of deserve what comes off as a consequence of that action. Whenever you commit, like partake in an action, the consequences are deserved, right? If you're choosing not to create with your time and instead you're choosing to consume and scroll, you deserve the byproduct of that. And the byproduct of creating in this instance is literally making money, and the byproduct of consuming is a lessened attention span and stuff like that. So yeah, I think they deserve it.
But every single like person that sat here, all I heard was money, right? Sound like Mr. Krabs right now, just saying money, 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 right? What about the other aspects of it? For example, for me, it's not all about money. Like I want to help people. For example, I'm an apprentice currently at a company, and I help people, you know, bring internet to rural areas. Right. And because I don't earn much money from that as an apprentice, but that makes me fulfilled because people around the world get access to internet. For example, our last project in Kenya, I gave people in Kenya access to internet for the first time in their life. And I feel like there's more to life than, you know, you just saying money, money, money this whole time.
Okay, so don't you think it'd be a better thing if people know more about that?
Well, potentially, but...
It'd be better if people knew more about this opportunity. I didn't know that. I didn't know that you could go to Africa and give them Wi-Fi.
Yeah, but...
You should have clipped it, bro. Then I'd have known about it.
Why
I might have even donated.
No, but why would a big company need a clipping, or, you know, they probably make videos of them online.
Impact?
They create impact.
Okay, but they would have created more impact if they clipped, because I'd have known about it and I'd have donated
Not every
to it.
single impact needs to be documented like yours.
Why not? You're gonna benefit more people. You're preventing Africans from getting more Wi-Fi.
So no. So let's say you clipped that right now. You posted on TikTok. You made money off my doing. What you get from that? You make money off me.
Who cares?
And you make
Impact,
money
bro.
off
More people know about it. There's an impact. I'm doing a good impact. I deserve that money because I made a good impact on African children.
Why do people in this room need to know about that? Does it impact their life?
Well, yeah, they might donate.
Does it impact your life?
Yeah, I might donate.
Donate? You wouldn't donate. I know you wouldn't.
Fuck it up, mate. Hey, I love African people, I promise. You get what I'm trying to say, innit? Yeah, exactly.
But you wouldn't donate.
No, but I'm definitely not going to donate if I don't know about it. If I know about it, now I can donate.
Maybe if you've done enough research.
Maybe if you did more clipping, I'd know about it.
Maybe if you've done enough research.
Well, you knew about it, and you had the choice to tell me.
Maybe you're just too specialized.
And you didn't tell me.
Maybe you're just too
Why
specialized.
didn't you tell me about the kids, bro? You should have told me about them kids in Africa.
I met you today.
If you did clipping, you wouldn't have had to meet me to let me know.
Who said I don't? Maybe I do. But you don't know that because you don't know me.
Yeah. You do clipping? My bro, come on. Do you actually do clipping?
Yeah.
You actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, man. Come on. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah, you done? You did it. Decent.
So tying in with the prompt, if they deserve negativity for not doing something, what are they going to get from doing clipping besides obviously the money aspect? I've not once heard of how clipping is going to promote to further audiences or anything like that. All I've pretty much heard is that you have to create 100 videos a day ideally to generate income, and if you don't have the time, use AI, which means that you don't even fully create the content yourself. You let AI do it. So I don't really see the benefits. So why should people rot?
What's like a moral, like a moral belief you have? I believe certain people are misrepresented, or these people are, they have something they don't deserve.
Yeah, I believe in. Do you know what I mean? I believe in world peace and one love and equality.
Okay, so let's say, for example, right, that someone is preaching this world peace message, because there are people that preach the opposite, right? Like a lot of political commentators preach for war and stuff like that. So if there are people that preach world peace and you agree with that perspective, wouldn't it be good to spread that message in hopes of changing someone's mind? Aren't you making the world a better place?
Of course, but you haven't said that. But if clipping is just about posting videos,
I was speaking to the Jobby girl talking about how
But how is that going to reach the audience though? If I just put a video, I can go online right now and or anyone can go online right now and do a TikTok, but in a positive message. But you have not detailed how just using the sole method of clipping is going to reach, a lot of audiences and have an impact.
Well, if a video gets 1,000 views and you post it 100 times, it gets 100,000 views. You can reach 100,000 views. You can reach 100,000 people in one day.
Yeah, but key word you said is if. Surely, if I was to work with human beings and say there's people out there like PR people and whatnot that could actually get my message out there, but I chose to go down that route as opposed to clipping, knowing that the other route is actually going to get my message in front of the right audiences, my brain deserves to be rotted.
Right, no, it was more so like, if you spend your time scrolling instead of making TikToks, you deserve the byproduct of scrolling for hours per day.
But I just don't believe that, because again, even if you said...
So what do they deserve then? If you're scrolling for hours per day, what do they deserve?
To them, because I still
I'm not saying like, they should be getting this. They are getting that. Like, people that doom scroll every day, they are getting it, whether I like it.
Not necessarily. I doom scroll on TikTok, and my FYP is full of various educational pieces of content because it's tailor-made to me.
Yeah,
so my mind is still being fed. It's not being like...
Yeah, so you're not doom scrolling. If you're doom scrolling, you deserve the benefit, like the negatives that come with that. And the negatives that come with that is a shorter attention span and stuff like that. Actually, even when you are watching what you watch, if it's entertainment to you and it's entertaining for you, which I'm sure it is, it's still cooking your attention span.
But can I also just ask, going back to what you said before about you need to create 100 videos ideally to generate, I think it was 1,000 views or pounds, what was it you said? Views, yeah. And you said if someone didn't have time, use AI. You do know, and I know this for a fact with people in my personal life, a lot of people don't like AI content. I've actually sometimes quite a bit sent like funny AI TikToks to friends and stuff because, yeah, I know it's obviously not real, but the actual content I'm seeing is funny and I like to share it. And I've had friends say to me, please stop sending me AI content. They don't want to see it because they know it's fake. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, so if I was to use your service to clip and create 100 videos, because I can't create 100 videos in a day, I'm just going to tell you it's not possible, or valuable videos. So I use the AI option, but a lot of people don't even like seeing AI content. Then what have I truly given, or what value have I truly made apart from just the hope of making money? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm struggling to see why someone would need to clip besides the money, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, for example, like the religious beliefs of the girl that stepped up, and my own religious beliefs as well. We literally had this discussion when we were talking about how I believe in Islam, right? So I believe in spreading the message of Islam. It's like one of the pillars that you have to do as part of the religion, right? And I don't like going out and talking to people. In fact, I'd have less of an impact. I think that debates and stuff like that are actually like, I don't think they do much good. But if I can take that type of content and get 250 million views in a month, like I did for like a religious scholar, I believe I'm making a positive impact because I believe that's a positive message to spread.
But not really, because it sounds to me like it's just going to be anyone who sees it. I guess obviously when it comes to religion,
that's the point.
Yeah, but I think, okay, that's more applicable to religion. But if I was to use clipping for, like, let's just say I ran a business that specialized in shoes, for example, or okay, let's be more specific. If I had a raincoat business, right? I would want any content I make via clipping for my business to be seen by people that are most likely going to be interested in my product. Right. Not really random people who probably won't really be interested. I mean, I don't think...
Like, anyone can wear a raincoat.
Yeah, but I don't really think people in hot countries that's mostly hot have a deep desire to have one. Of course, they can physically wear it, but they're probably not going to be... It's probably not going to be for them. So if clipping is not going to allow me to kind of like sell my product or my service or whatever I'm doing to the target audience, it's just going to get me views, then I don't really think it's of much value, if I'm honest. Besides, if I was going to make money from it, obviously that would be the value.
Do you have
that's not even guaranteed.
Do you have any anecdotal experiences to reflect that? Because the company I work with, Content Rewards, there's businesses giving us so much money every single day. There was $3 million last week paid out to clippers. Businesses paid clippers $3 million just on our platform last week to promote their business. I would argue that that shows that it is profitable and that they are making money selling their products.
So they paid you to sell their product and their services to random people
businesses
who may not be interested in at all what they offer, basically.
Okay, well, the algorithm is so good that it is finding those people.
When there's companies, other companies out there that can actually show your ad or your service to people who most likely would be interested.
Like your algorithm's tailored for you, right?
Yeah.
I did that for free.
Yeah.
Okay, so the odds are, if you didn't need a raincoat, it wouldn't come up on your feed. But if you did need a raincoat, it would, because the algorithms are that good. And there's a reason that businesses come and start campaigns on Content Rewards every single day and deposit millions of dollars every single week, and clippers get paid out millions of dollars every single week. It's because it's working. The algorithms are tailored so well.
So clipping relies on the information of the platforms you post, basically. I mean, I do understand that because obviously FYPs and Instagram's feeds are very personalized these days, but all I'm really getting is that of just the financial aspect of clipping, really. I'm still not getting that kind of like conviction that it's going to really help me, you know, if I was selling a product or a raincoat, for example, that is going to. But I feel like if I was to do Google ads or something, that would probably most likely get it in front of people that have been searching that term. And if I had a choice, I'd rather use Google ads for that purpose.
Thanks.
How do you define the quality of your content? Is it quality content? Is this just feeding the pigs? You know, what do you think about it?
For me, I just post whatever's going to get the money. Now, within reason, because I don't take on gambling deals, I don't work on, like explicit industries and stuff like that. Like that's where my moral line lies. Like I don't make that content. I've been offered plenty of money to do clipping for those industries and I don't do it. However, like I'm pretty loose with it as opposed to anything else. I'll make entertainment content and stuff like that. A lot of people will, they like to make this claim of like, you're brain rotting people, like people are getting dumber as a result, attention spans are decreasing and all this other stuff. But I think they deserve it. If they're not spending time making clips, they deserve to, suffer from what happens.
So it's a kind of a cruel environment that it creates a bit. I'm saying like, is it really something that people need? I think it's just overpopulated and you're just offering to more people to participate in this industry, which is like, just posting. Like adding video that we don't even need to see. To be honest, I choose my channels. I choose what to look. I just don't scroll everything all the time. I do scroll, I agree with that. But in a way that it kind of helps more what I do in my field without even going too far. Because when I start like scrolling my phone and I get to the third video and there is this very dumb guy that is dumb as fuck and everybody looks at this stuff, that guy is making money. Mm-hmm. And I know, and I go into his profile and I see millions and millions of views, but I'm just thinking that we are just, the circle is closed because we're just going into a circle that never ends of videos and posting.
I was just curious, on Instagram and on TikTok. So on Instagram, you can actually filter your own algorithm. You know that, right? So you can turn stuff off, you can turn stuff on, And on TikTok, there's actually a STEM tab, which is like, teaches you about science and technology and all this other stuff. No one uses it.
I know.
Why is no one clipping for it? It's because no one uses it. You give people the option to go and learn something on these platforms instead of like rotting their brains. And they choose to rot their brains, right? And I'm not saying like, that's good or that's how it should be, but I'm just feeding the market. The market is saying, I want to watch this content, and I'm saying, here it is.
I understand, and going back to average people is like, I think maybe more than 50% of people, they don't really know the potential of these social medias, of these platforms. That's why they use it in a indirect way sometimes. They don't even message it, just really scroll the phone. And I understand, you have to give them what they need. When it gets to my field, for example, if I really go in the specific, which I'm a tattoo artist, I said, so it can be any type of art or any sort of even music creation. I think it really, really takes off the human it's inside us, in terms of it's not really produced. Okay, you can decide what AI is doing, but the way it's doing it is not really through your brain, through studying what you lived, your experience, everything. Even your family can be a base of your heart, no? So I think it's really unhuman.
What do you think is good for people? If you chose what people had to see, what would you put in front of them? What videos, what clips would you make?
I personally could make content face on content, but I always just post my art, and that's where it comes from, my thing as well. It's we are in an environment very saturated of videos and creators. So obviously you need to make the difference as an artist, no? So what people want, that's what I think as well. When I'm creating art, I do what I feel and what people want as well, because I need to get my niche, to reach them, to sell my product, to sell my artwork.
You can make clips of your favorite artists and get paid for it. The art that you think changes the world. Think about Banksy, for example. I'm not saying he's your favorite artist, but he's an artist. His videos go extremely viral. You can just make clips of Banksy. You can go ahead and make clips of a bunch of things, You can go on Content Rewards as a campaign for an artist somewhere.
I understand. I go your point, and I know that probably I will make more money doing videos of Banksy because I really like him and I went all over his museums. That's doing my job, really. Probably I could if I post. Yeah, 100%. I agree on this point. But my other question is like, does this will affect your industry? If everybody starts posting, 6 million people, let's talk just about Europe. All Europe starts posting every day, every single person lives in Europe. Will affect your business?
My business?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make more money.
You will make more money.
Yeah, my business helps people make clips. So if people
But
make
remember
more
one
clips,
thing, that having more creators is going to take off consumers, no? Because we all know the field then, and we all
there's
don't
always going to
play.
be consumers. There's
You
always,
think?
the world we live in, there's always going to be more consumers than creators. It's just a fact. We're never going to get to a world where there's more creators. That's how it goes.
What we produce, we consume 100%. That's why the world keeps
There you go.
spinning. So yeah, I agree with you. Thank you.
Anyone who goes to university instead of learning to clip is wasting 3 years at 30 grand to end up worse off.
I think that anyone that goes to university, they're not necessarily worse off, and you can't say that they're wasting 30 grand to get the degree that they want to get.
All right, I have a question. What are the things you hope to achieve after completing uni?
To get a job.
You hope to get a job, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was less than 30,000 jobs that were given to over 1.1 million university graduates. Does that sound like a scam?
But you go to uni to get a degree in something that you want to do. Right. Okay, let's use my example. I go to uni to become a nurse. I actually want to make a difference in people's lives. Clipping isn't going to do that.
Okay, well, you actually don't get the chance to be a nurse because the odds are you don't even get the job.
But you can't say that. You can't guarantee that.
But you go to university to guarantee you get the job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't get a job.
But you do.
Okay, but if we look at the numbers, there's there was less
Okay,
than
but let's look in
30,000 jobs.
healthcare.
There was less than
Most
30.
people are getting jobs.
Okay. No, they don't.
Yes,
There's
they
less than
do.
30,000 jobs handed out to 1.1 million university graduates. Actually, I have a question. Before we get into nursing, I have a question, right? If I said that there was a less than 2% chance of succeeding when you buy my program, would you buy it? No. Okay, well, that's what university literally has. That's what the data suggests is less than a 2% chance of you getting your desired outcome after paying 30 grand for this course. And you think that it's worth it.
But you're doing something that you want to do. Why do you want to do clipping?
Okay, but you're not.
Okay, but why do you want to do clipping? To make money?
Yeah.
Is that all there is to life, to make money?
Well, that's all there is for work.
No, that's not true.
Okay, that's for me.
Exactly, that's for you.
Yeah.
But a lot of people, they don't just work for money.
Okay, well, they can go and do something else then.
That's exactly what they're doing. That's why they're not doing clipping. But
No,
you're saying that
they're going to
clipping-
university to go and get jobs so they can go and get money,
But it's not just for money.
right?
People work for value. People work because they want to bring something into the world, not just for money.
I see.
Why do we have doctors, nurses, dentists?
You can do all that and make money. In fact, I can make more of an impact with more money.
How?
Okay, you can work your entire life as a nurse.
Yeah. And
right?
I'm fulfilling personal value. I'm thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to come into the world. I'm going to give something.
Okay, so
what are you doing?
let's say, for example, right, that you work for 50 years and every year you help 100 people.
You're not helping 100 people.
No, but every year you work, you
But
help 100.
you help 100 people in one day.
Of course I can help 100 people in one day.
I'm saying, as a healthcare worker, you'll
Right.
help more than 100 people in a day.
Okay, so let's say you help 50,000 people.
Yeah.
If I make enough money, I can just pay to
No,
help
but
100,000
see,
people.
that's just you're putting everything to monetary value.
But I had more of an
But
objective
life-
impact.
No, you didn't.
Okay, but I did.
Okay, but as yourself, did you actually go out and help those people?
Well, yeah, because I went out and spent hours earning all that money
No,
and
but
then
you
took that money
didn't.
and
You're
helped
saying
people.
that you can earn money in 1 hour. So you didn't put any time and effort into making the money. You didn't put any time and effort into helping people.
Okay, if you have 50,000
You just threw
people.
money and went, yes, I helped people.
Well, of course I help people.
I'm amazing. I help more people
Okay,
than a doctor and a nurse.
If your family are stranded in the desert and they can't drink water, and then I buy water and give it to them,
Or you go out and you actually give it to them.
oh, so
or you
it doesn't
actually
count
help
unless I
people.
go to a river and scoop it with my hands
Yeah.
and force feed your parents.
Exactly.
Then it doesn't count unless I do that.
I'm saying, as
Right,
a
okay.
person, you're not going to get value from that, are you?
How do you know?
But you're not.
Okay, but I do.
Okay, but average people don't.
Average people don't get value from helping people, giving
No,
to charity.
they'll help people.
Let's stop giving to charity.
No,
What
they
a great
help people
idea.
themselves. Why do people help people then? Themselves. Why don't everyone just give to charity and they don't do anything
I
nice
do give
in
to
their
charity.
lives? I'm saying, why don't people just give to charity and they don't do anything else?
Yeah, they do.
But they
Yeah, but
don't.
some people do.
Most people don't.
Yeah, but you can do both.
Exactly.
Why does it have to be one or the other?
You
They're
can
not
do
mutually
both, but I'm
exclusive.
saying that with clipping, there's no value to it.
That's 5 flags. Thanks.
No one wants to smoke. Hi.
Nice to meet you. I'm Nydia. Well, as you were talking with her before, you were talking about retiring, like thanks to clipping, right? But you're like not thinking about the fact that you cannot retire because it's still a job, right? It's not like a traditional job, but you cannot retire because you're still depending on TikTok, or you're still depending on the algorithm, or you're still depending on someone else's views. And yeah, going to uni makes you depend of a traditional job maybe, but it's not, life is not all about just money. Yes, it is really important, but it's not all about money, because each of us has something they want to do with their lives, like
Right.
vocational, like you want to do, like maybe you go to the army. Clipping doesn't gives you the fulfillment that army, for example,
So
gives
what's
you.
yours? Like, what are you passionate about? What do you be like, okay, if I did this, I'd help the world?
I'm a Spanish teacher.
You're a Spanish teacher.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to like teach people Spanish and teach people new languages and stuff like that, right? Actually, I'm curious, like, what's the most you've made as a Spanish teacher?
Well, here in the UK, I've made like, I don't know, I think it was 27K a year
Okay, perfect.
before taxes.
My cousin, he's a bit older, 31 years old, and he's a psychology teacher. He actually got 100% in his psychology A-level exam. And he started making clips of like himself and talking about psychology. He took like his favorite psychologists and stuff like that and started making clips about it. And was making money from making clips of psychology teachers, spreading the word of psychology and awareness on psychology and stuff like that. You can make Spanish teaching videos. There are people that teach Chinese on TikTok and they make views and they get paid from it. So you can literally reach more people teaching Spanish to more people from clips than you ever could as a Spanish teacher. In a Spanish teacher, a year group has maybe 300 to 600 people. In the whole school, maybe 3,000 people at most. And that's if you taught every single kid. And you don't, because you get a portion of them, because it's your class, Spanish class. A fraction of 3,000 people, if you do it for 10 years, 40, 50,000 people, maybe. And that's if you taught every single student. Or one TikTok clip can get more than 50,000 views, and you will have taught more and had more impact of one video than you would have ever had on 10 years of being a teacher.
Yeah, but it's not.
And you get paid for it.
That can be an extra on your profession or what you do for a living, but it's not the reason that, it's not the thing that gives you the right to say that uni is a waste of time, for example, or uni is a waste of money, because it isn't.
Because what's the purpose of university?
I think it's not, like, I can say that you're partially right, saying that like with AI, the traditional way of learning is like getting less and less important in society, but it's not a fact now of going to take some Spanish lessons, like not online, but in person, or not about going to university, but it's about telling society that if you are not if you're not able to post on TikTok, you can use the traditional path. You can still have that traditional path. Mm-hmm. Because I think it's important for teenagers or for future adults to tell them, hey, you don't have to be clipping if you don't want to. If you want to do more important thing for society, you can still go to uni, because we still need theoretical like degrees, for example, medicine, or for example, I don't know, physics. Okay, money can solve your life, but when you have money, you have another step to cover, like Maslow pyramid, you know, like when you have your money covered, you start asking yourself, okay, what I want to do with my life? Do I want to depend on an algorithm for the rest of my life? And we're not talking about the pension when you retire, for example. What do you do with your money on TikTok? You cannot, what do? You declare it to the government so you can get a pension when you're 80 years old. Because when you are in your bed with 80 years old, you cannot keep on doing clipping. You know what I mean?
It's actually one of the only things you actually can do when you're 80 years old. When you're 80 years old, you can't do anything. And if you're a Spanish teacher, you definitely can't get up and go and walk to the Spanish class every single day. There's very limited things you can do when you're 80 years old.
Yeah.
In fact, posting is probably the worst example you could have given, because it's probably the easiest thing you can do at 80 years old.
No.
It's actually one of the few things that will keep you making over 100 grand a year at 80 years old.
But okay, not your problem, but what if I get pregnant?
Yeah,
What if
you
I
can
get
still use your
pregnant?
phone.
No, yeah, but after giving birth, I have to be clipping the first day of my child.
Okay, what else are you going to do? It's not like you can do anything
Like,
else.
no.
You literally get maternity leave because you can't do anything else. In fact, clipping is probably one of the only things you actually can do
No, but
after you've had a kid.
the good part of having traditional jobs is that you still have some things like assured, like maternity leave, like sick leave.
Why don't you have a kid, right, and then go and teach your Spanish class the day after? I think that's a great idea. It's not going to work, is it?
No, but
of course. It's one of the only things
think-
you can always do, and not only always do it, you can do it anywhere. I've been traveling for the past 3 years. I've been all over the world, and I've been able to make money always because of clipping. Like right now, today is what, the 7th? On the 9th, I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to figure it out tomorrow, right? And I get that privilege because I'm clipping, right?
Yeah,
because it gives me that freedom. So, you win some, you lose some. You might not get the security that you think you do. I think you get the security as long as you post, which is very easy.
Thank you.
All right, cool. So my first point is, how can you guarantee the longevity of clipping? Like, will this work a year from now, 2 years from now? Especially with, TikTok cracking down on AI content or replicated content. How can you guarantee that?
Yeah, so I would say when it comes to AI content as a whole, it's only going to be embraced more and more because these platforms actually they don't care about the stuff that goes on the content. They're just abiding to legal regulations, but they don't actually care about the content that goes live. The reason is because all they care about is having users stay on the platform. The way that platforms make money is by users staying on there. So they push content that has high retention. So your objective as a content creator or as a clipper is to make videos that have a high amount of watch time, because the longer people watch, the more money Instagram makes, because the longer people stay on the platform.
I get you. So with AI content, your point is that they're like profit chasing companies. Obviously, they're going to allow it. But what about, replicated content or, what I was going to say, replicated content, I'll stick on that point. Instagram's already cracking down on that. Like, they're punishing people for posting the same clips over and over. If a bunch of people in your course, for example, are posting the same clips or just 100 videos a day, obviously, then none of them are original. If it ever gets to a point where you can't get away with that, like, how is it going to...
I disagree. I don't think that they're cracking down. I think you don't know what you're talking about. And that's fine because you're not a clipper. But one of my close friends, his name is Collins Key. He has like 8 million followers on Instagram. He was actually showing me what he does the other day when I called him and asked him for some advice. He is posting like the same video 12 times a day. And that's what he does. So Instagram have trial reels, which is literally designed to help people post the same video more than once a day. So like what he'll do is he'll make one clip, right? And he will change the location of the text, he'll change the color grading, he'll flip it, he'll do all these other things. And the video will get, one video gets 2 million, the other one gets 10, the other one gets 80. So he's actually like replicating his own content and posting it multiple times to, do this. I don't think that these limitations you think that exist. I think they're just like, you don't know what you're talking about, but
okay, yeah.
I think it's fine because you work
Fair
at
enough.
McDonald's.
I do make content as well. With me, if I literally repost, like I've posted a meme before where it's like a common meme format and a text, I've literally got like a strike for that, or I've, flipped the video, changed the color grading. I've literally gotten like punished for that, like 300 views, for example. But that's fine if you believe those restrictions aren't in place. I'll move on to my next point. Based on the prompt, do you think everyone who goes uni, every single person, is better off clipping?
Yeah, of course. Like you actually have a higher success rate. Now, I'm literally telling you that if all of your videos do less than half of the average, which is more than failing, if you more than fail, you'll make more than an average salary. Yeah. And that's if you more than fail.
I hear it, but look, if there's a lot of people, for example, they already have a lot of money, they want to go uni to, fulfill their needs, like becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer. And also, if you're going uni and alongside that, you have an online business, how is that like any worse? A lot of people cite uni as the best time of their lives, a lot of social aspects to it. If you have the money side sorted, which I believe like a noteworthy amount of the population has that sorted, what about them?
Yeah, if you have if you're a doctor, you can't, and you enjoy being a doctor and a neurosurgeon, you're not going to learn that from TikTok and you're not going to do that. But like if you want more money so you can continue doing that sustainably because it might not be making you what you want and all sort of stuff, then you can do it as a side hustle.
Yeah, but that's only from the lens of, going uni strictly for income purposes, which I believe for most people aren't the case. Like I've seen a lot of, entrepreneurs that say they've been uni even while doing their business, and they cited it as, one of the best times of their lives, purely because of the social aspects, doctors, pretty much everything I just said.
Yeah, I mean, we established at the start, like, if I give $1,000 to someone who's not scrolling, no one's getting that money, it's because everyone's scrolling. So like you got time to scroll even if you're in uni, which means you have time to make clips.
You could low-key do clipping in uni.
Of course you could.
Yeah.
There's two ways to go around this, right? And in the world, there's creators and consumers, and that's it. So you're either creating or consuming almost everything. Right now we're making this video, we're creating, as opposed to consuming, and that's when you reap the benefits of being on that side of it. Yeah. When you stop consuming and start creating instead, you'll get the benefits that come with that. In a world where we can all consume, we can all also create. Even if you're in uni, even if you're studying, even if you're a neurosurgeon, you still have time to create because you have enough time to consume.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I think we agree then. Thank you.
My name is Tejas. I work in Currys as a salesperson.
Right, that's pretty decent, isn't it?
Okay.
What are the odds of that?
You asked me you asked her like, what is the purpose of studying in the university? I'll ask you one question. Like, from childhood to here, have you not attended any universities? Like, have you gone to study in the colleges or school?
Yeah, I went and studied. Yeah.
Why you not started the clippings in the age of 8?
At the age of 8.
Like you said, you can. You only said, right? You can start the clippings in the age of 8. You only told me like you can able to start.
You need to talk slower, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
You said you can start your clippings in the age of 8, right? Why can't you start your why can't you start your clippings in the age of 8?
When I was 8 years old. That's your question.
That's the question for you.
I mean, I started when I was like 15. So I guess that's as young as it got, to be honest.
You started in your 15.
I was 15. I didn't start when I was 8, unfortunately. I started when I was 15.
Okay. Have you attended your universities from childhood?
I've never been to university, no.
Back in India, I have my sister. I left the university.
Sorry, bro.
You're not understand?
Just 1 second. I just need to pause in it.
Back in India,
right.
My sister left the university and she started her clippings. But after some of the years, she didn't get any income. You understand?
Right.
But my parents don't know anything about the clippings. But he's generating more than income from my sister.
So your sister dropped out of uni to try clipping.
Yeah.
And she didn't make any money.
No. She started posting so many videos in the Instagram, but she didn't get any income from the Instagram. But my parents getting more income from the clippings.
But your parents make more money from clipping.
Yeah, no. From they are doing their business. They don't know anything about the clipping.
Right. You know TikTok's banned in India, right?
Yeah, I'm saying you about Instagram.
I see on Instagram.
Yeah, they post Instagram.
Yeah, you can post on Instagram.
But they are not getting any income from the Instagram.
How many times is she posting?
She posted more than 100 videos.
100 videos. Yeah. And how long?
More than 6 months.
It posts 100 videos in 6 months. Yeah. That's terrible. Yeah. That's dreadful. 180 days, she posts 100. That's less than one video a day. But of course you're not going to make any money. That's worse than that's dreadful. What was she even doing the entire time? She wasn't even making clips. She got bored and she might have posted something. That was it. She wasn't making clips.
But you are saying you can make the more income from the clipping. But my parents are making more income from my sister.
Your sister's not posting. Of course she's not going to. It's like, I want to make money online, but I'm not going to post anything. Of course you're not going to make any money.
Okay, thank you.
If you think working hard at your job and saving money is how you get rich, you're an idiot.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
Do you think doctors are idiots?
That's a good question, actually. I think they are a little bit, but
So have you ever been sick?
they're not always idiots, right? They're just some stuff they do is stupid,
Like
not getting more money.
Okay, but if they did clipping, for example, who would look after you when you're sick?
Okay, I have a question for you, and then we can answer at the same time.
Okay.
Do you think doctors are underpaid?
100%.
Okay, so we both believe that doctors should be making more money.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah, I'm saying they should use
But
clipping
not.
to make more money.
How are you, as a doctor, making money from clipping? Are you going to perform surgery through the screen? Are they going to diagnose you and they're going to assess you through clipping?
What about the people that come into healthcare centers and they waste the doctor's time? Oh, like, I have this, I have a temperature and my ear hurts
But
and
how
my
is
left eye is
clipping gonna solve
twitching.
that?
Well, because what they can do is they can make clips of doctors talking about how these symptoms are just a cold.
And they'll still go inside. They'll still go into the health centres.
But less of them will. And not only that, they're helping them and they're making more money doing so.
No.
Oh, they're not?
No.
So if doctors made videos helping people, no one's benefiting.
But that's not how they're going to assess a patient. That's not how they're going to perform surgeries. That's not how they're going to look after people. They're not doing that through a screen.
No, of course they're not going to do a surgery through a screen.
So doctors
right?
are not idiots. Do you think firefighters are idiots?
Well, do you think firefighters are underpaid?
100%.
Okay, well, I think
And how are
firefighters and doctors
they,
are
how are they
underpaid.
going to make money through clipping?
There's a whole channel on YouTube dedicated to having POV, like AI footage, right? Showing what you should do if you're in a house fire. And I would argue those videos help
Okay,
people. Because if you're in a house fire, do you know what to do?
100%.
What do you do?
I follow the instructions on the fire extinguisher.
You follow what
Yeah.
that tell you how to use a fire extinguisher,
they
not
do.
how to survive a house fire.
Or you just walk out the house.
Oh yeah, but what a great decision. Why hasn't everyone that died in a house fire done that? Do you think people that die in house fires are stupid?
No, I don't.
Okay, so why don't they just walk out the door?
Because of the circumstance they were in.
Okay, so if you're in that
So if they're
circumstance, how are you getting out the
if
house?
they're- Okay, so I'm going to remember some clip that I watched 2 years ago.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
That's why
Oh,
fire. That's
no,
why
that's-
firemen should
no.
be making clips.
No.
Because that's how you're gonna know how to survive. You
Firefighters
just
are
said
not
it.
going to fight
You just-
fires through clips. They're
No,
not.
They're gonna go and fight fires.
And
Then when they come
is
home,
every single fire a house fire?
out of 24 hours in a day, right? How many hours do you think firefighters spend fighting fire?
How am I supposed to know? Do I look like a
You
firefighter?
could probably assume 9 to 5 though, right?
No, fires do not happen 9 to 5. So
Okay.
firefighters
in
do not
24 hours, we
work
could
9
assume,
to 5.
let's say 8 hours. Firefighters are not spending 8 hours every single day fighting fires, but let's assume they do. Before they go to bed, they can spend half an hour to an hour making clips, teaching
And is
people
that- is
how
that-
to
is that
survive
gonna-
a house
Is
fire.
that going to stop fires from happening? Because even if people are
No, but it's
surviving...
gonna help people from
okay,
not dying
people are
in a house
surviving
fire.
the house fires, does that mean firefighters don't get called? No, they still get called to put the fire out.
Yeah, of course they're gonna get called.
Even if people are being saved, you still have to fight the fires. So do you think
What
firefighters are
if
idiots?
you watch the clip, and then when you watch the clip, you go, oh, now if I'm in a house fire, I know how to survive. And
You
then
know
it
how to
saves your life
survive?
because you watch the clip.
Yeah.
And the firefighter
Still have
gets
to
the
come,
money he deserves.
and they still have to come and fight the fire.
Yeah, he's still going to do that.
Exactly. So do you think they're idiots? No, they're not. You think nurses have time to do clipping? They
Yeah,
work
of course they
12-hour
do.
shifts.
Yeah.
So then where are they finding the time?
In the other 12 hours.
You have to sleep.
Yeah, that takes
You have
8.
commitments.
And then you have 4
You have
hours.
family. You have kids. You have husbands. You have work. You have
Yeah.
school. People have 2 jobs.
The time is in her screen time, the 2-hour screen times that
Who
she has
said
scrolling,
nurses has
TikTok
2
and
hours screen
Instagram.
times?
Everyone's got 2 hours screen time scrolling.
That's not true.
Okay, it definitely is.
You can't guarantee. You can't put money and say every single person.
Like if I did it earlier in this shoot to
in this
everyone
small
and everyone.
room, there's like what 10 of us.
Okay.
There's 10 of us here.
This
Are
is
any of
busy
us
GP.
nurses?
Show me your watch time. I thought your watch time
Did
was
I
off.
say yeah, it is exactly. So you can't prove anything.
Yeah, you can't prove that's not the case.
You can't prove that is.
So you'd put
Ask them.
£1,000 on anyone in a
Yeah.
hospital to not have 2 hours of watch time.
I didn't say anyone. I said not everyone does,
Right.
which they don't.
Yeah, no, it's a great, honestly, it's a great argument, mate.
I know. Thank you.
Yeah.
There is no ethical argument against clipping because you choose what you clip. You don't have to make brain
Yeah, I'm alright, mate.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I'm very proud of
Right now?
Yeah.
Are you proud of like using other people's work to make money for yourself?
Yeah. In fact, I'm so proud of myself that they're actually proud of me.
Who's proud of you?
The people I make clips of. In fact, they're so proud of me that they give me money to do it again. In fact, I'm extremely glad you mentioned this. I have a clipping account on my phone of these 2 creators called Zias and Bilu. I don't know if you're familiar with them. They're like Aiden Ross's friends. They make reaction content. Now, I have an account on my phone, a clipping account, that has 42,000 followers, right? And not only that, if I go to the DMs, I have DMs from the official account from the guy Zias, who has 500K on his TikTok page. His YouTube channel has millions of subscribers. And he literally says, doing a good job, bro. We appreciate you. What's your schedule for tomorrow? What's your Instagram? Hey, you should post this. He's telling me, hey, look at this clip. Post it. He's telling me on my
That's
phone.
an example, right?
This is literally, look, for sure, you make them, da-da-da. Well, longer, like, he's helping me. He's giving me advice. Like, where are you based? Literally, his DMs with him.
We're back
So-
to money again.
Of course.
Money, 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 money. That's all you've been saying.
Mr.
You
Krabs.
sound like Mr. Krabs.
Mr. Krabs.
Money, money, money. Every single debate, all you said is money, 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 and money.
Your point was, are the influencers happy about you doing
Yeah,
this?
but
Are
you gave
proud
me
of
one
yourself?
example out of how many influencers have you clipped? Average. Just give me like a rough estimate.
Like 25, 30?
25, 30, and only one of them actually messaged you. Or let's just say 5 of them messaged you. What
No,
about the
like-
20 that didn't message you?
Okay, what about the creators I work with and I made them millionaires?
That's the creators that want to work with you.
No, that's the
What about the
creators
creators that despise you?
Yeah, they hired me. The creators that, there are no creators that don't like me because I make them more money. If you posted online and I started making clips of you and your numbers started going up and you started making way more money, would you come to me and tell me to stop? Or would you tell me to keep going?
I wouldn't contact you either way.
Oh,
I wouldn't contact you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Like, I don't know. Like, all you just talk about is money, money, money every single day. Like, every single person that sat here heard the term money at least 25 times in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Probably did, yeah.
So are you proud of yourself actually using other people to make money for yourself? Are you proud of, taking other people's effort and turning that into income for yourself?
Yeah, I am, yeah. Because they're more happy than I am.
Are they?
Yeah, they make more money than me.
Have you contacted every single one?
I mean, yeah, they do tend to reach out. If you do well, like I do, they reach out to you.
Okay, now back to what you were discussing with other people, right?
Right.
You're saying that for example, your cousin, psychology teacher, right? He succeeded. What about the psychology teachers that didn't succeed?
Well, they're too busy teaching psychology in a school when
How
they
do you
should be
know?
making clips about it.
Do you know every single psychology teacher in this world?
No, I don't know
Do you know every single psychology teacher that tried clipping before?
No, I don't.
So how do you know that they didn't actually put all the effort into it?
Because they probably weren't posting 100 times a day.
How do you know?
Because if they did, they'd be
How do
making
you-
money.
Are you God?
No, I'm
Can
not-
you see
I'm
everything
not
that they're
God.
doing?
No, I can't see everything they're doing.
Exactly. So how do you know that you've given us one example or two examples? How do you know that other people didn't actually try and fail?
Some argument you've got here. Yeah, this is sick. So your rebuttal is, am I God?
So and your robot is asking me a question because you can answer the question properly.
No, I don't know whether they've done it or not. Well, I do know actually if they've done it or not. Because if they did it, they'd be making some fucking money.
So let's say today,
right?
Everyone here goes home, post 100 videos for the next 90 days. That's what?
I can personally make a guarantee. If everyone here goes home and they post 100 videos for 30 days and don't make $3,000, I will give you $3,000. Personal guarantee. How about this?
For every single person.
How about this? Wallah, I'll give you $3,000 if you don't make $3 grand.
100 videos, 100 clips a day.
If you post 100 videos a day, use Creo, you post them and submit them on Content Awards and don't make $3 grand in a month, wallah, I'll give you $3 grand myself.
You guys heard it.
The point I'm trying to make is, whether you make 10K or whether you make 1K or whatever it is, you can make 3K a month just posting. There's no doubt about that. In fact, I'm so sure of it that for 2 years I put my money where my mouth is, and I made you a personal deal here today.
Surely it depends on the video that you post, because for every single account, because I do TikTok myself, and it depends on the video that I post. Although you might get $1 per 1,000 views, I might get 5p per 1,000 views.
That's why Content Awards exist. Because there's different campaigns, businesses pay different pricing.
So
Some businesses pay $2 for 1,000.
So you think every single person should content rules right now?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. Thank you.
Sorry, mate.
Thank you.
Anybody else's prompts?
Okay, so I think you've been chatting a lot, but I have a deal for you. I'll quit McDonald's.
Right.
If you can also match his deal, guarantee me £3,000 if I do clipping for a month, yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
Cool, perfect. I had another point to say as well.
You just come up here for the cash, yeah? See, no one comes. Everyone cares about principle and no one cares about money until I got $3 sitting on the table.
Bro, I flip patties. I'm Mr. Krabs as well. So I'm not even gonna hate. You get what I mean? I have a question for you anyways. So I'm a music artist as well. Do you think clipping could help me in any way?
Yeah, of course. There's actually Drake paid for a campaign for Iceman on Content Awards. He made a 6-figure deposit to promote the song. There's artists always using Content Awards to promote their music because we all know like the reference of TikTok song. We've all heard of TikTok songs before, right? So where does that come from? Like there's even obviously people label Central C as a TikTok artist in the beginning of his career. Yeah. You know, Pink Panther is TikTok artist. Bro, TikTok makes careers, whether you like it or not. Look at the top of the charts. Look at the top of the music industry. All TikTok artists. They're all TikTok viral. Look at the top YouTubers. Look at the top streamers. They're all TikTok viral. Any type of creative industry is all dominated by clippers. Clippers make that industry. They make the industry. The world spins on clippers right now. That's what I'm saying. Any type of marketing effort for any type of business is dominated and ran by clippers. Clippers are the most in-demand asset right now.
Would that work for a smaller artist that doesn't have like existing content? So I know Drake, he can clip like reaction channels. He can.
Is this on prompt or is he just paying for consultation right now? Is this a free consultation? You know what I'm saying? No, go. I'm playing.
So for a smaller artist, would it work? Because you mentioned the example of Drake. He has existing content like reaction channels to clip. What about someone like myself?
Yeah, I mean, it's the same like when you look at all the streamers that come up, they're all small streamers that have the clips and then they now become A-listers. Yeah. And it's the same with artists, right? No one knows Pink Panther until the clips start going viral. No one knows Central C until the clips start going viral. And if you think about the lifespan of these guys, like Central C Block when he was like 26 or something, you know? Yeah. It's like he was doing music for like 7 years. Yeah. Only when the clip started rolling did his career take off, you know? So his whole career was stale up until clipping. It's how like all the small guys blow up. Like it's how I marketed my business, started from nothing, start making clips, goes viral, get paid. And yeah, anyone can do it, can start from anywhere.
Got you, man. All right, thank you.
AI tools mean anyone with no experience can now produce better content than a trained professional editor.
I think that there's a lot more to video creation than what you can achieve with just AI tools and no experience. You still have to know how to produce a good looking content, something that's appealing to the eye. You still have to know the technical aspects about it. You still have to source the content of the video. There's still a lot. I do believe 100% that AI is a fantastic tool that people can use to make amazing content. But I think even a professional without AI would be able to create a better piece of content than someone with no experience with AI. It's just the trade-off between time and quality that depends on either one, the professional and the normal person.
Yeah, it's an interesting topic. I'm a video editor myself. It's actually the first thing that made me any type of money. When I was 13, 14 years old, I was doing edits for YouTubers. I had like 100,000 subscribers. I was getting paid £20, £100, stuff like that. So it's where I made my first money in video editing. I would consider myself a high-level video editor now. I've been doing it for years, right? And I would say that when it comes to editing long-form content, big bodies of content, anything like a short film or a movie or a music video, like something like that, a YouTube video, yeah, you're not going to do it with AI. You need an editor. You need an extremely skilled editor to pull that off. When it comes to clipping, right, until about 2 years ago, that was the case as well. You need someone that knows, like an advanced editor that knows how to use the platforms, knows everything about it, knows it all in and out. But now AI is good enough to get viral clips. There's no doubt. You don't need a trained editor to get a viral clip. You don't need someone who knows how to use Premiere Pro, DaVinci Resolve. Like skilled editors are completely like just not necessary when it comes to making viral clips now. AI can definitely do that job for literally just the dumbest individual ever. Dumbest people.
Is that really because the content that the AI produces now, as opposed to 2 years ago, the content that's produced now by AI is better than professionals? Or is it because the standard for what a video that would go viral is so low now that even AI is able to do it? And you don't need somebody who actually puts the effort and like care into making a video that expresses whatever they want to express or shares whatever they want to share in the way that they want to do it.
I'd say a few things. I'd say if going viral was so easy, everyone would do it. Because then we could all have all the sales we wanted, all the customers we wanted, we could all become famous. So the standard for going viral is definitely not lower. If anything, it's higher because the competitiveness for what good content is so high because slot makers like me are posting 1,000 videos a day, right? I wouldn't say the bar went higher, but I would say that editors who make like good-looking content doesn't necessarily go viral. And there's a difference between viral content and like, you know, artistic content. Like a good edit and a good clip are two very, very, very different things. Average clipper can't make a good edit, and a good editor can't really make a good viral clip. Right?
I don't think it's even anything against your profession or anything. I think it's more so of a consumption problem of how us as humans, we like the short form dopamine, quick hit of like a quick clip of something that's funny or something that makes you like interested and hooked onto it instead of that long form professional content.
I would actually say that editing and clipping are just two very different things as a whole. I would say they're two different skill sets. I wouldn't say they're the same thing at all. I would say that obviously you don't even need to know how to edit to make a clip anymore.
I think whoever's writing these prompts needs to fix that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah.
That's all right.
So I just have one question because I think you're selling a bit of a false dream. When you're talking about clipping and how it's benefited you, you speak a lot about like your free time and how much money you have. But a lot of the free time that you have is because you made a business from clipping. You have the AI clipping software, not necessarily from just spending all of your hours clipping itself. So if you want all of your customers to have the freedom that you have, why don't you teach them how to make a business instead of just how to clip?
It's not as easy. I don't tell people they're going to make $1 million a year because they're probably not. I don't preach that. I think that when it comes to clipping, like you want to make 300, 400, 500 grand a year from your phone or from a laptop, and you want to have your time freedom, location freedom, and stuff like that. Yeah, I think clipping is very good for you. Are you going to become a millionaire from clipping? Yeah, you probably could, but it'll take a few years. You're not going to make $1 million a year and stuff like that. You could, it'd just be a little bit harder. I think that the average person can definitely make 400 or 500 grand a year from clipping and stuff like that. When it comes to my business, I don't teach it because it's a lot harder to make $7 million a year than it is, $10, $20, $30,000 a month from clipping.
Yeah, but a lot of in the arguments that we have today, you're saying about all of the millions that you have and how you're going somewhere on Tuesday and you just have no plan, you can do whatever, and that's you saying, oh, you should do clipping. But no, that's because you have a business. So I just think your advertisement is falsely leading people to do that.
I see. Yeah, I made my first million when I was 19, and all the money I made up until that point was from clipping. It was all from clipping. Now, it took me 3 years to stack that before I actually got there. But when I did get there, it was all from clipping. I was making $50,000, $60,000 a month from clipping. My agency that I had that was all clipping just for clients as well. All the clients I signed, all from clipping. Make a page for a creator, exactly what I showed on my phone. Make a page for a creator, they reach out, you sign them on retainer, And that's how these things work. But you can definitely, make your first 30, 40, 50,000 in a month just from clipping, which provides you the same freedom when it comes to location, the same freedom when it comes to time, the same freedom when it comes to work. Whether it's 7 million a year or 600 grand a year, if you're doing it from your phone with the minimal hours, you get the same freedom.
But how many hours to make 50K a month?
When it comes to clipping?
Yeah.
That's a subjective thing, right? So the reason I use 100 clips in an hour or in a day, whatever it is because that's a base level everyone can do. When it comes to making 50,000 a month, it's possible, but it's definitely skill oriented at that point. Definitely some clippers have an edge because they see things differently. They've developed the skill of clipping better than others. They work on better campaigns. They've been given better opportunities because of what they've achieved. These type of things,
So there is a skill required.
The average person, it's just reps. The actual skill set is reps. It's just who does it longest. That's it. There's no I need to know this and I need to know that. It really is just who does it longest.
So if they do it for a long period of time, but they're all shit, what's the skill in that?
If someone does something every day for 2 years, they are never as shit as when they first started. Never. I don't think you could give me an example of that ever happening.
Okay, so you don't think anyone will reach your level of financial freedom then through the course that you sell?
No, I don't sell that.
Through clipping?
Yeah,
no one is going to get to your level through clipping alone.
What, making eight figures a year? No, I don't think you'll make 8 figures a year clipping.
Okay.
If you want to make 8 figures a year, don't clip.
So they won't reach the freedom that they want?
Yeah, no, they can reach the freedom they want, but they just won't reach 8 figures a year clipping.
What if they define freedom as 8 figures a year? They should not clip.
Well, yeah, it's not the right thing. Then you need to go and start a business.
Yeah.
I think after you had conversation with all of them, I thought get to know that we can make more money from the clipping, right? I have one question for you. I will quit my job from the curries.
Yeah, sorry, I just got something in my eye. Sorry, can you say that again? I just need to clean my glasses.
I will quit my job from the curries. And as you said, I'll start posting.
Sorry.
It's okay, bro.
No. I want you to make the deal because I want to take it for you. I want to do it for you.
Sorry?
Go on, say what you was going to say.
I will quit my job from the curries and I'll start posting daily videos in the, I'll start uploading all the clippings in the Instagram and the TikToks. From day 1 to day 30, I'm going to upload all the clippings. Okay? So am I able to generate £2,000 income in the...
You want the same deal as these guys?
Sorry?
You want the same deal as these guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'll give you that deal, bro.
Definitely, because I'm going to quit my job in the curries because it's generating me so much of income in the...
Yes, bro. I'm done. Yes, we can do it.
Okay.
We can do it.
Okay, thank you.
We can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, just wanted to show everyone something. So I ran a little experiment behind the scenes before we end it all. This is Farhan. He's a good friend of mine. He's been a clipper forever, and he actually has no personal branding. No one knows who he is or whatever he does, but he is a clipper. He makes a lot of money clipping. He makes over 10,000 a month easily, just off an individual client. He makes a lot of money clipping. And I set him the task today. I told him, look, I want to show these people that we can make money clipping without doing anything, you know, like all in one day. You can do it all in one day. You can make the clips with AI. You can post them, get approved for the payout on content rewards all in one day. And Farhan has gone, you want to show everyone? He's gone and made $172 from a clip that he started this morning. The video got views. How many views did it get?
183,000.
Got 183,000 views. He got $172 payout on, you know, a project that has a CPM on content rewards that allowed him to make that money. So I just thought I'd come and bring Farhan today, who we vlogged the entire experience behind the scenes. He's filmed the whole thing, so we'll be putting it in the video as well if you want to see that. But yeah, just to show that it's possible, we've gone and done everything behind the scenes, and he's gone and made $172. Just to show everyone watching as well, it's possible to do it all in one day. And the time it took for everyone to go to sleep, wake up, and finish this shoot, Farhan's made $172 from his video. If you want to be able to make your 100 clips in 20 minutes, in 10 minutes, then go to the link below and go and use Creo.ai now to go and make your content. And if you want to get paid for clipping, go and use content rewards.